Hey, so before I start this video, I just want to talk about the state of my channel and what to look for in the future. So, my first video got a lot more traction than I thought it would. Like, I had 7 subs or something when I started, and now I have 60 or more and 1.5k views on the first video. So, it's obvious that people want to see more flipping. That's what I'm probably going to be doing. So this video is just a kind of guide as to which flips I look for at my stage of the game, but I'm also considering making a flipping guide in the form of like flipping to a certain item. So like starting with nothing and flipping to, I don't know, like a atom split or something expensive, just as a guide for all stages of the game. If you guys want to see that, please let me know in the comments and maybe let me know like what item I should go for, because I'll probably do that in the future. But for now, here's a bunch of flips that I like to do to make some money at my stage of the game. So I guess getting straight into it, the items that I mainly flip are really just wither armor at this point. I have 220 mil right now, and I usually just flip like Necron pieces, Storm pieces, Gold Ore pieces, not really Max Ore pieces, but yeah. So what I'll do, like for example, let me find, yeah, I'll just stick with Storm's leggings. Let me sort by all. So these are 5-star ones. I used any to search for 5-star. So I'm searching for 5-star Storm's leggings, and I'm looking for stuff that sticks out. So I'm going one by one. I'm mainly looking for ultimate enchants. I'm looking for fumings. I'm looking for growth 6, prot 6, and I'm looking for gemstone slots. So gemstone slots is actually quite a good flip, and a lot of people don't do it. So right here, I actually just saw one. The lighter color on the 2 gems actually means that the gemstone slots are unlocked and you don't have to pay the ridiculous amount that it costs compared to like this one where it's not unlocked. So these are for 14 mil, and the next one that has gems is almost 16 mil. This one's actually better. So I'm gonna take this because I see that standing out. I don't want someone else to take it. So I'm just gonna buy a couple gemstones to Storm. I'm gonna buy Sapphire for mana. I'm gonna go to the mines. And I'm gonna apply these. It's free because the gemstones are unlocked. So now that I've got this, I'm gonna check again. So 15.9, I could probably put this for 15.899. That's just a quick flip right there. Some other stuff that I tend to look at is Gold Ore armor. Gold Ore armor specifically, you want to look more at the recombobulators and like the Reforge and all the stuff that gives you HP, like growth 6, prot 6, because people are a lot more likely to buy G6, P6 on a Gold Ore piece than they are on like a Necron piece, because Gold Ore users are tanks and they want health. So I'm going to look at Gold Ore's boots, for example, just a random one. And I'm going to go through the list. So already I see this one's Giant. Giant's about 1 mil if you look at it. So Giant Tooth. It's actually 350k, but it costs 1 million coins to apply to a legendary item. So this Reforge is about 1 mil more, and none of these have it until this one. 6.4. So I mean, I guess you could take that if you want, but it's not really worth it for me. So I'm just going to continue Last Stand 3. I'm going to keep that in mind. Gemstone slots. Okay, so here's some gemstone slots again. This one already has gems in it. I'm going to continue looking. 7.3, 7.1. Okay, that's not actually worth it for this, but sometimes you'll find gaps of up to like 5 mil. So Last Stand, Wisdom. Wisdom 5. Is there any more? There aren't. Interesting. So I might put this Wisdom 5 up for like 9.5 if I wanted to. It's not even a mil flip, so I'm not going to take it, but you definitely could resell this for like a mil more probably. So I'm just going to keep going. This one has growth 6. I'm not going to take it though, because people usually want all or nothing. So G6, P6 or G5, P5. All right, then it gets to the recombobulators. So once I hit the recombobulators, I just switch to mythic, so I don't have to deal with it. So these are looking pretty normal. This one is decently better, I guess. 14.2, 13. Actually, that's a flip right there. Am I gonna take it? Yeah, I'll take it. I'm gonna relist this for 14.1. Okay. So we see the gemstone slots again. Every single time I see gemstone slots, I'm gonna check the surrounding ones just in case. So this one's actually not worth it. So I found these Storms leggings with growth 6, prot 6, nothing else on them except for 5-star for 17 mil. So the next growth 6, prot 6 was actually around 35 mil. It's right here. Although this one has gemstone slots and it has wisdom on it, so I was thinking I could probably put those up for around 30 mil if I add a reforge and if I add a recombobulator. So right around here, right around 28 mil, it might look a little nicer. It's only 2 mil less. So I'm gonna snag these for 17 mil. I'm gonna buy a Necromancer's Brooch for 100k, and I'm gonna reforge it to necrotic. Then I'm going to buy a recombobulator, and I'm gonna make it mythic. Guess we could put hot potatoes. Alright, those storm leggings look pretty good. So I think I'm gonna put these just a little bit lower than the ones that already have G6P6 on them, because another flipper might see it and think it's a good deal. So the 17 plus the 5.5 from the recom plus the 0.5 from the hot potatoes plus the 0.4 from the brooch is 23.4. That's what I paid to make this. And I'm thinking I could put this around 28 mil right here. So next to these ones, it's going to look really good because this one is very similar, except it doesn't have G6P6. And the next G6P6 is on the next page at the bottom, somewhere. Yeah, right there. So if I put them around 28 mil, this should sell pretty quickly. I'm going to check out Necron boots. So for Necron boots, it's pretty much the same thing, or just for Necron in general. You want to look for ultimate enchants, gemstones. Ancient doesn't really matter because every single one is ancient except the first few. And then recom. So immediately see the gems. Then this one also has gems, and it's quite a bit better even though it's 1 mil more. So that would not be a flip. This one also has gems. What about Wisdom 5? I'm going to use SE for this. So we've got this one, this one. This one has gems. Now, I don't think this is a good idea because the people buying Wisdom 5 on Necron are not rich enough to buy Legion on Necron. So they wouldn't be looking for something like this when they could buy something like this. So that's my reasoning behind that. So I don't really see any flips for this. I'm gonna go to the leggings. Okay, so same thing with the leggings pretty much. Just looking for things that stand out. So this one has gems. This one also has gems though, and it's barely a flip at all, so I'm not gonna touch that. Wisdom 5, Last Stand 5, and Growth 6. That might be a flip. Where is the next Last Stand 5? 24.7, 23.4. Maybe worth it, I don't know. First one with gems. Again, 27.6. Ooh, that's brown though. Nobody wants to buy the undyed Necron leggings. They're all pretty much in order for how much they're worth. So I've mentioned this before, but the thing you want to keep in mind with chest plates if you're using NEU is that the name is too long. So it'll actually only search for 4 stars, even if you pick the 5-star option. So you want to make sure that you're not going to buy something like this. Even if it looks like a super good flip, there's only 4 stars on it and you will lose money. So make sure you're doing that when you buy a chest plate. So anyways, do the same thing again. Just look through all of the different chest plates. Prot 6. I don't really think that's worth it. We've got the first one with gems, also has Legion. And identical next to it pretty much, so that's not good. And then we're at recom, so let me swap over. 4-star again, gotta make sure of that. Gems. Okay. This one's quite a bit better though, even though it has gems, and it's only like 2 mil more, so I'm not gonna go for it. G6P6, okay, on something like this, G6P6 might not be a bad idea. So I'm gonna look for growth 6. The next G6P6 is all the way down here. And it looks exactly the same. Except this one has fumings on it. Okay, so this one doesn't have fumings, this one has fumings, and it's 1 mil less. I would have taken it if it was more, but I don't really think that's worth it. And it's really hard to see the fumings, so it might not sell. Okay, I'm done with chest plate. Let me go to Storm. 4-star again, same thing with all the chest plates. You want to make sure you're buying a 5-star one if you're looking for a 5-star. Growth 6, I don't really think that's worth it. Okay, first gems, but the rest of them are mythic. So it might not be worth it. So the first Wisdom 5 is 36 mil. Wisdom on Storm is obviously the best ultimate for mana. So that might be worth flipping. So Wisdom 5 and Wisdom 5, 36 to 38. This one does not have Loving on it. How much is that? Red Scarf. On Legendary. Okay. So that's like 1 mil. Yeah, it's like a 1 mil flip. I'm not going to take it. Again, there's a 4-star one. Rot 6, no. Because it's just 1. Okay, Last Stand 5 is the best ultimate for early game, or not early game, just mid-game players with the tank set. So I'm going to look for that. But then it hits recom, so that might not be worth it unless I can craft it up. So 35.5 versus the... Yeah, that's not worth it. There's a G6P6, we can check that later. I don't think the Last Stand is worth it because the gap is so large. Like, once the gap reaches a certain point, like, if there's not any on the same page, and you're already on, like, page 2 if you were searching for all of them, I don't think somebody would go up to the second page to find one. Like, this is a 5 mil flip, maybe. Although this one has fuming, so it's actually not a 5 mil flip. Never mind. Okay. We go back to the G6P6 because someone will actually buy that. So I'm gonna search for growth 6 again. So we've got, oh. Yeah, that's not worth it at all. Okay, I go to the leggings. So this one has gems, 13.5. G6P6, that might be good. 16.5 for gems versus 13.5, and they're identical. That is a flip. I'm buying this. Okay, so let me buy some gems. What did I say this was going for again? What did I buy it for? 13.5, okay. 16.499. Just undercut him a tiny bit. I'm gonna search for growth 6 again. Got this one. It's got both of them for 16 mil. The next one is 25, but it's recommed. And it has Last Stand 5, so that's not worth it. Alright, so after I go through all the Wither armor, I will sometimes check something like Wither Goggles. I found a lot of good flips in Wither Goggles before. So I'm looking for the same kind of thing. I'm looking for Ultimate Enchants. I'm looking for Recombobulator and Reforge, really. I mean, I guess Reforge doesn't really count on these because it's usually Necrotic and that's pretty cheap. So I'm really just looking for levels of Legion or Wisdom. Or Last Stand, I guess. So Wisdom 2, Wisdom 2. It's only a 200k flip, so I'm not taking that. Wisdom 5, and there's 3 of them in a row, so that's not going to happen. Go to Legendary. So I've been able to do some flips with G6P6 on Wither Goggles, although it's kind of iffy. I wouldn't recommend it, although it's possible. Let me see if I can find one. Alright, so the first one is 28 mil. It's already a decent amount. 29, okay. Like right now, this is a terrible flip. But sometimes you'll get ones with margins that are like 5 mil or more. It just takes a really long time to sell. Same with things like gems on Storm leggings, I've noticed. Sometimes you'll buy one with gems and then the price of gems will just like tank and you'll get like 5 in a row all with gemstone slots at lowest bin and you'll just be stuck. Because you're not going to buy all of those because then people are just going to list more and you'll have a bunch of Storms leggings that you bought for way too much money. So gems are kind of a risk sometimes, but they usually sell eventually. You might have to get rid of your original flip margin if they don't sell, but they usually sell. So anyways, that's mainly the stuff I flip. Other stuff you can do is like mining gear. So same thing with like Sorrow. You go to Sorrow armor and again look for the gemstone slots. People buying Sorrow will usually buy it for mining gemstones, and for gemstones you need the topaz slot to actually do anything. So I'm just looking for Sorrow with all 3 slots like this one, and then checking the next one. So the first boots with all 3 gems are 4.9, and the next boots with all 3 gems 5.6. So I mean, sometimes this is better than other times. Like right now it's only 700k, but sometimes it's more. Okay, there's the first one for 6.5. The next one for 6.5 with Legion. Okay, that's not worth it. This one's got all 3, 8.89. And the next one is 10 actually. That's pretty good. I might buy that one. 8.89. Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna put topaz on that just to make it look better. And this should sell because someone's gonna need all 3 gems at some point. And you can do the same with the chest plate. I guess I'll check really quickly. Okay, 11.1. And the next one, that's jaded, but no one's gonna buy it. 12. Okay, 1 mil flip, but whatever. I'm not gonna take that. So other stuff you can do that isn't armor, I guess you could do Gemstone Gauntlets. I usually look up Auspicious, and I go to Tools. And then I just check for Compact and Pristine on these. Like Compact 8, Pristine 4, Compact 7, Pristine 3. This one has no Pristine. Pristine 4. Yeah, right now it's not looking great. But sometimes you can find flips in there. And then other stuff, maybe Livid Daggers. I'd only go for the 5-star ones. There's so many of them on the auction house that even like 2 pages over is gonna be like 1 mil more. So I don't know. You can try and flip these. I wouldn't flip any of the first page, maybe 1 for all ones. So the first 1 for all is 13.5. That's actually kind of sad. Yeah, these aren't looking too good right now. Yeah, there's just too many Livid Daggers for them to really be good, in my opinion. So just as a general rule of thumb, the stuff you want to flip is really like mining gear, dungeons gear, just the sets and weapons for those things, maybe like stuff for certain events if they come around, like Diana stuff, fishing stuff, anything like that really. Just make sure your items are in high supply and high demand, and there's going to be a lot of people trying to sell them quickly. So stuff like random storm pieces or random Necron pieces, there's so many of those in the economy that people are just going to sell theirs, buy theirs, and there's going to be so much of a market that you're going to be able to find flips quite often, and you're also going to be able to sell your flips quickly. So yeah, that's really what I do just for AH flipping. There's a bunch of more methods you can use for earlier and later game, which I might get into if I make another video on this. But yeah, that's all for this video. Please leave a comment if you want me to do a flipping to something series, because that actually sounds really fun and I want to know what I should start with. So anyways, see ya.